Okay, right now we are going to go over to Malaga, where María Benjumea, founder and CEO of Spain's startup and South Summit, is maintaining a respectful social distance from the man himself, Antonio Banderas. Lights, camera, and action.
Hi guys, hi South Summit. Could you imagine with whom I am? This is great, Antonio, to be here with you. I'm so excited. It's impossible more exciting because you are my and you are our hero. But I tell you that not only because you are the best actor, it's because you are the best entrepreneur, the more innovator, and you are disruptive. So what I want is to listen to you, to tell me, what are you? What is this Antonio Banderas entrepreneur and innovator?
It's actually very difficult for me to actually try to explain, what is my entrepreneur side, because I suppose that it comes out of necessity. When you just feel somehow trapped against the wall, you can do two things. You can stop the activity and become a victim of the situation and the circumstances, or you can just take steps ahead and reinvent yourself. And so I suppose that I have been doing that all through my life, from the beginning, especially from the beginning of my career as an actor. But in the actual circumstances in the world, it was very important just to see where are the cracks in the crashes that I can use just to get inside, another situation that allows me and the people that are working with me to develop, our profession, but in a completely different way, if you will. For example, when the crisis came on top of us, I was doing a movie. I was going to start another one. The movie that I was doing was interrupted, but my company, my theater company, was performing without me, obviously, in Barcelona with a huge success, playing in an American musical called A Chorus Line, very well known in Barcelona. So everybody was sent home, everybody got to get to their houses. We were in confinement for a long time, approximately 4 months. So the idea that I had is, okay, I cannot do theater, I cannot put people in the theater. That was very complicated at the time. So I had an idea of having a division, a branch for television. But television is something that I can do. I have to be very careful because I have to put people together, and I was doing musical programs, monographics, pop artists, Spanish pop artists, and using, for example, symphonic orchestra. So how do you do that without the people getting contaminated? No? Well, you have to use the time, you have to be very, very disciplined. We install in the whole entire theater system to ozone gas, so we can actually disinfect the theater when the people was not working there. We have to, keep the distance, use the masks. We have to be very, very careful with all of that. But it's possible to do that? Yes. We've found the conclusion that it's possible. So if it's possible, do it.
Yeah.
That was the secret. So we start working, and in 6 programs that we have recorded in 2 months and a half, with symphonic orchestra, with a very strong and numerous, technical team, with all the musicians that came, even with audience, very reduced audience, 25, 30 people, because the program is done in a very specific way, no one person was contaminated, no one. I was contaminated, but outside of the theater, in other circumstances. So that is what I saw. When you are against the wall, when the circumstances and the situation put you against the wall, you have to reinvent yourself out of necessity. You can actually see this situation, this pandemic, as an opportunity to reinvent yourself, actually, and to don't get too lazy and too accommodated, to what you were living before. I think when all of this pass, and it's gonna pass, because I am totally convinced that what we are living these days is conjunctural. I think we are going to come out of it better, appreciating more what we have and taking more care of ourselves as we did before.
I can't agree more with you. I can't agree more with you. And you see how I said he's my hero, because when you are in a crisis, when it's a terrible situation, you have to reinvent yourself, and that's what you have done all your life. Not only now with the crisis, always you have done that. Tell me one thing, Antonio. I know that for doing all these things, your values, what are your values? Because your values, like an entrepreneur, like an innovator, like an actor.
Well, I don't know. I know the values that have been working for me. Perseverance, value very much sacrifice, and working hard. Of course, there are people that they have an incredible talent, but if you don't actually put a lot of effort behind it, the length of that talent is limited. You have to actually explore in yourself, in your own talent actually, and invest in it in order to expand it and make it bigger and solid and make it something that can affect others. That is in a of course positive way. So those are values that I used, and they were very useful to me, during my whole entire life. Just to bet for that type of those are my values. Of course, reinventing. Yeah, I've been very. I don't like just to do one thing only. I like to think a little bit bigger than that in my profession. I'm not only an actor. I think I'm something else. I like to direct, I like to produce, I like to actually create the environment in which creation can happen. It has to do very much also with the love that I feel for my city. In this particular case, Malaga has been betting very, very strongly for to be a cultural city, to break the paradigm that Malaga was just a touristic city, and did a very strong bet probably 2 decades ago with the transformation of the city, making a city more human. Our mayor did a war in cars and made the city more livable for pedestrians, for people, more human. And there were different players that they saw an opportunity to go there. So the Georges Pompidou went there, the Picasso Museum went there, and then the Tyson Private Collection went there, and El CAC, the Center of the Contemporary Arts, and so the city started having this aura of culture and art. And then we have also the film festival that took a very strong step and determination to be an international film festival. And it has to do with a lot of situations, personal situations that I have lived in the last 4 years. My health situation and many other things that have happened in my life that I took the determination to actually take a step and create a project called Teatro del Soho. And at the same time, we want to create schools. We want to put the eyes in the formation and education of the future generations of artists. The beginning couldn't have been better, interrupted obviously by coronavirus, but coronavirus is going to pass.
Absolutely.
We are not, we are going to continue.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, it can be more lucky for me. I'm so lucky to be here with you. And I have to tell you, you are our orgullo nacional, and I have to tell you in Spanish, right. Because you are a great Malagueño. You are our ambassador, right. Not only from Malaga, from Spain. I'm also from Malaga, and I want, from here, as you have said, thank our mayor of Malaga, because it's incredible what you have said, and it's incredible how he has transformed our city. I'm from Malaga, I'm from Madrid, but we are Spanish, and we have to sell all the lovely and incredible people we are here and things we are doing here. So The only thing I have to say is thank you very much. Thank you very much, not only for your time, for being here with me, for being here with all the ecosystem all around the world, because we need you, you know, we need how you prove us that everything is possible, that we can have crises, but everything is possible, that being an entrepreneur, being an innovator, the things are open for us. Thank you very, very much.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Gracias a ti.